Hey guys, what's up? It is Matt Lane, and welcome to another episode of BloodBorne. Deeper in raspberry every time. Every time. So as promised in the last episode, we're going to tackle this area. We had just unlocked the elevator and made it through pretty much what is considered the first half of this area. I don't really have to kill this person, I just want to. So this area can be a bit of a butthole. The trick is, there's a candle guy. You can see a kind of candle floating way down there. It's not floating. A guy's holding it, and he has darts. So what we need to do is kind of run through here. You'll see him start to shoot stuff. And what you don't want to do is get hit by one of those darts, because when you do, it sends these chicks right here, who are already kind of annoying, into a friggin' frenzy. And I'm talking like they get a little crazy. It can be a bit ridiculous. This is what you would do with their numbers. It's slow, but it's gonna hit a lot of them at once. So that's kind of how you handle that. You can kill these if you want to, if you just want to farm, you know, for some resources. But there's really not a lot of reason to. I can't remember if there's any. There's two types of these girls. We haven't seen the second type yet. I can't remember if they're in this room. I don't think they are. Got to run across that to get this chest. Because you can't jump in this game, so it'd be too easy just to jump over that table. Really? Transform attack combo with an extra hit. Alright, so later we will be here. Later. This is the next area that can be a butthole if you're not careful. You really need to know what you're doing. You need to know how to separate enemies one by one, and you need to know how to take your time. So what you want to do, if you can, is spot any person holding a candle. In this instance, it's going to be over there. Okay, there's a lot of enemies in the way that are kind of in their sight that are meant to trap you. You don't want to run, because you don't. There's a bunch of them in different places. You want to walk, take your time. I suggest going for the candles guys first. And then get out of the way. Hit them, get out of the way, make sure you're behind something, because there are multiple ones. And if you're not careful, see that one over there spotted me, he's shooting at me. Come on with it, I see you over there. Separation is everything, my friends. Alright, so that was kind of the biggest to-do list, is to take out those two guys. I don't think there are any more candle shooters up here. I might prove myself wrong with that. The biggest thing to look out now is just for any extra guys that are walking around. If you have the opportunity to do that, just do it. They're quick, they're spunky, they're annoying. It's just better to do it that way. There's a few more down hither that you also need to be wary of. There's a trap somewhere in here where one of them's hiding in a window pane. I can't remember which one it is. Again, weakness of the Rider Palash. Range. And there he is. Knew there was one more somewhere. Just couldn't remember where. And that should be the last one I know of. Bloodstone chunk, baby. Can't go that way. And if you're not used to the game, you're going to get really confused here. Because, like, okay, where the frick do I go from here? There's a ladder there. Should I go there? The answer is no. That is not where you go. This is oh so sneaky, but very clever game design. Behold, a single open window. Clever. Clever, clever, clever. Make sure you got everything you need before you do that, because once you're down here, you can't get back up. If you don't get the item, it's really no big deal. They're just Quicksilver bullets. Nothing really major about it. Ow. Okay. There's 2 of them here, so if you're not careful. There we go. This brings you down to another area. There are more of these chicks. I can't remember. I don't think there's a dark person in here. I'm kind of trying to... Oh, yeah, there is. Yeah, there is. Right there. No, shoot. Crap. Nope. Nope. Well, we have met the second type of those girls. They do that crap right there. You kind of need to stay away from them. It is ranged. Crap. Luckily, those themselves, I don't believe, can actually do any damage. So if you get them by themselves, you'll be alright. It's mostly just being next to them with actual enemies that's the problem. Especially if you're around these broads. Wow, forgot you can visceral them. Well, there's that. So yeah, these chicks are a bunch of buttholes. This area is really not worth anything other than this right here. Which I don't even use because I'm not a big magic guy in this game at least. Can't even remember what's in this thing. Just more clothes. If you ask me, it's not really worth it, but you know, some people like to accessorize. That's kind of it that's in this area. Which makes you kind of wonder, well, where am I going? Because it really makes you think this is going to lead back to that ladder that we saw earlier. But, behold, clever. Clever, clever, clever. Yet another one. Just be careful not to fall off. Don't walk in there just yet. Come here first. There's a gargoyle right there. Just so you know, I do know he's there. Really? Come on, bro. Don't do me like that, bro. Don't do me like that, bro. Come on. If you want to sit back, I'm going to pop you. That's what you get. Kin Cold Blood, which is worth a lot more currency than what you have currently. So we're going to go this way. Now you can come in here. The reason I said don't go in there first is because once you drop off, you can't come back. And then it'd be a minute before you could get that. And behold, a lever. And what would that lever do but pull up a wall, of which, look where we are. If you don't remember, it's the very first room where we killed all the ladies, of which is also coincidentally where the elevator is. Nice. And with that, we are actually approaching the end of this area. It's not that big if you know where you're going. If not, it's more like a short, annoying labyrinth more than anything. But it's kind of crazy. I mean, really, all we have left is 3 gargoyles, and then we're there. We are there, ladies and gentlemen. Because this is where all the dark boys were. On this floor right here. So we're now above that. So now we're going to go up here. The spiral staircase. So once you're up here, there's 2 of these guys. Now be careful with these, because you see he's got red eyes. So that should tell you, if you play this game, you should know that means it's going to be a little tougher. Just a little bit. Not a lot. Just enough to make it difficult for you. So that's 1. The other 2 are perched up here. And this item is bait. Is what that is. It's really not even a good item. It's meant for you to not see them, that they're coming. You notice they landed on both sides of them. So literally, as soon as you get that item, you're kind of in the middle of 2 of these guys, which can be pretty bad pretty quick if you're not careful. And suck it. And with that, they are dead. And that is it. That is CainHurst. The next place will be the boss. I'll show you how to get there, but there's nothing else between here and there. Enemy-wise, that is. Just dropping off here, just making sure you're careful and, you know, don't fall off. And once you make that jump, there's no going back. As far as on your feet, you can always use a whatever they're called, I forget, Bold Hunter's Mark to get back to the lamp if you want to. Which could be a wise idea if you want to use souls. That way, if you get stuck in a loop with the boss fight, at least you can upgrade beforehand. Which is actually what I'm going to do. I don't think I need it. And they even give you an extra one just in case you didn't have it, because it is a good idea. Because past this point is where this friggin' Gandalf sack of crap is. That's, in my opinion, thoroughly difficult. So, gonna go upgrade real quick, and then we will meet you right back here. Alright, so we are back. All I did was just upgrade my skill 2 points. It's going to give me a little more damage. Before I get started, let me make sure I have the items that I want selected. So, definitely want some fire paper. Probably I'm not going to need any of that. I could use one of these if I want to. And I can have a bolt paper as a backup, and that's really all I'm going to need. This guy was always hard for me, but I think I'm a little stronger than I have been as far as my character stats in the past, so we'll see. And with that, we now officially meet Martyr Logarius, who, in my opinion, is a butthole. Just speaking honestly here. Luckily, you can do that to him in the early stages, at least. Just gonna watch out for that. Which I always seem to get hit by for whatever reason. Woo! Crap. Let me dodge, dang it. Gosh dang it, stop doing that crap. We need to get greedy. Okay, that was the best I have ever done against that guy. Well, that's crazy. I have never... What are the freaking odds? I've never done that good. So, interesting tidbit here. So, it's just a wall, right? Nothing there. Or is it? Boom, boom, boom. So there's an item here that you need to get. Crown of Illusions. Interesting. What might this do? Let's put it on and see, shall we? Yet another thing. How the frick would you figure this out if someone didn't? It's whatever. I don't even know at this point. I really don't. So this whole area, like I said, is completely optional. You don't have to do this. It's just a good place to get some chunks from, and this will add some additional stuff you can do if you want to. You do not have to. This is kind of outside of storyline, if you will. I mean, it's still, you know, in-game lore slash story, but it doesn't have to do with progressing in the game, if that makes sense. And you don't have to worry past this point. There are no enemies. I really want to take this stupid crown off, but I can't remember if you have to have it on to even talk to this lady.
Visitor, I claim no subjects, but here lieth our throne. Kneel or get thee gone.
Kneel before me or get thee gone. I've never tried to attack her. I can't imagine it would go well. So really, pretty much you have to kneel. Ta-da! Only reason I even did that. See, it'll give you... You can offer those later. But.
We await for the honor.
And that's really all you can do there. Get this stupid thing off. The biggest reason I like unlocking it is so I can tell Alfred where she is, and then he can come and kind of freak out and beat her to a pulp. But you need that. You need that item right there in order to let Alfred know. If you don't remember, Alfred's the nice guy that's kind of like, oh, let us share, you know. But when you tell him where it is, he's still kind of cool. He's like, oh, thank you. He goes to do this, and then whenever you go back to check, he has lost his friggin' mind. He has beat her into pieces, and I'm not talking about like pieces as in limbs. I'm like as in there's tissue. That's kind of all that's left. So, and he's laughing hysterically. So there's that. But if you go back to where Alfred was in the first place, again, he is there now, sitting there dead, and it's kind of speculated as to what actually happened, or theorized rather. Most people think it was self-martyrdom or suicide or whatever you want to call it, that now that his task was complete and, you know, he's the last of his kind, he's like, well, you know, the deed is done, we've killed the last of the vile blood, so my task is complete and I will end myself of this curse, more or less, and then he takes his own life, is the biggest going theory. There is another one, but it might involve a spoiler, so I will not say it from here. But that's going to be it for today's episode, guys. Can't believe we beat Master Legarius on the first try. That's the easiest he's ever been for me, ever. So that tells me that every time before, I've been going there a little too quick. Because my attacks didn't do as near as much damage as what I was doing there. So that was a lot easier. But thank you guys for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe for anything about anything. Don't care if it's about Claptrap or Wolverine. Don't care. I'll answer something about either. Again, thanks, and don't know when, but we will see y'all next time.